It was February summer 2012, New Zealand, beautiful summer, while I got a phone call from my brother in Italy saying, "Angelo, you need to come back. Dad is on his way out." It wasn't a shock. It was something that was always on the back of my mind, especially when you live far away. You're kind of waiting for that moment. So I was lucky enough that he was still alive. And while I got on the first plane for a long journey of almost 2 days, sitting in airports, I arrived in Europe. And I realized that Europe was going through one of the harshest winter ever. And so flying over Italy, it was all covered in snow. An amazing sight, but at the same time worried how I'm gonna get there. Luckily enough, we managed to land, and at the time most roads were closed, but trains were still available. So after a 4-hour train ride, I arrived in my little town, and there my brother was to greet me, and he gave me a big hug, and immediately we connected again. And he took me home, the place where I grew up, and there it was, my father lying on a bed unconscious. I was looking at the man that I loved, the first man that I loved as I came into this life. Now I was there helping him to depart. At the same time, we had to deal with letting go. It was not just helping someone departure, it was dealing with death. Is something that it doesn't come as easy. So after consulting with more specialists, it was decided that there was no need to keep a body alive. It was better to give him his dignity. And so after many tears, my brother and I decided to sit around my father and with my wonderful Auntie Olga, which she's always been like a Maria Teresa of the family. She began to pray. And as we sit there, I was standing back, looking at this old man's body that has been so amazing, has done so many things, and it was just there, just about to expire. And something amazing happened right in the next few moments as my auntie and my brother and his wife were praying. There was almost like one last breath that left my father's body, and in that moment it was like something magic. I felt like the room filled with something that I cannot describe to this day. I don't know if it was an energy, or you can call it a spirit, soul. I call it an essence. That essence was powerful, was peaceful, even to the point where the room didn't smell of sanitized hospital product anymore. The room smelled of flowers and candles. And there I was witnessing this amazing thing. And there was like left in the bed like a shell or a skin of a snake. The life force was not there anymore, but was everywhere. It was an amazing time. Also, because of the strong, harsh winter, we were not able to go anywhere, not to take him to a hospital or take him to a cemetery. So there was a lot of snow, and so we decided to stay home with my father. And I think they were the most amazing 4 days that we had, as everyone from the village would come to pay respect. They were knocking on the door, and each one of them had a story of the man that I knew as my father. And that day I realized that he was so much more than that. He was a good friend, he was a soldier, he was a dancer, he was a brother, he was so many things. And so we celebrated his life, and it was an amazing week. So the lessons that my father, or the gift that my father gave me, was not only that of showing me how many people he was in this experience, in this life, but he also showed me that death is not the end. Death is just a transformation. We leave the physical form behind and we go back home. And I was so honored, like he was there welcoming me to this world, physical world. I had the opportunity to be there for him to cross, to take his way back home. Thank you for listening.